Here's your boob tube.
Ransom is in the Boob Tube studio. What do you got, Ransom?
Paul McCartney kicked off his new tour in Fresno on Wednesday night, and he played A Hard Day's Night live for the first time ever as a solo artist. Here it is.
How old is that dude now, McCartney?
He's really old.
Yeah.
He's a Sir. It's Sir
It
Paul
is
McCartney.
Sir
He got
Paul.
knighted.
Does he have a sword?
Yeah, I think he like if they go to war, he has to
He has
get
to
up in a
fight?
knight outfit and
Oh,
ride a horse
God.
in the battle. I think that's what happens when the Queen knights you.
I wouldn't want that deal. You
No.
you got to get a sword and some chain link armor, probably.
Can I just say this? And I know this is the most unpopular opinion probably to ever be spoken on these microphones. Well, yeah. I mean, except for whatever I said yesterday.
Right.
I've never been a Beatles guy.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't like the Beatles.
They're the best.
If you ask me from that era, I mean, and I get it. They started the whole revolution. They're credited with all, and they inspired millions of musicians. I get all that.
What revolution did they start?
Well, kind of a rock and roll revolution.
Yeah, there's certain artists that change the way that music is perceived, and the
No.
Beatles are
Let
one
me
of
tell
them.
you what happened.
You go back, listen to that music now. I mean, it's just fluffy, nothing music. I'll take the Rolling Stones from that era over the Beatles 100 out of 100
Yeah, I'll
times.
take the Stones too, but man, the Beatles are the best.
No, they're not.
They put out some great
If you take the
tunes.
Stones over the Beatles, you don't even think the Beatles are the best.
Dude, here's the thing. The Beatles are the Beatles because they were the first band to be flown overseas and put on all the late-night television shows. And that's why they were. If that was you and I, we'd be the frickin' Beatles.
I mean, I go back, listen, I just, whatever. I get it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't like the Beatles. I get people are passionate and love the Beatles. I just never a Beatles guy. I was always a Stones guy. I'll roll with Mick Jagger all day long over Paul McCartney.
I would say the Stones are more of a legit music band, than the Beatles. To me, I think the Beatles put out average music.
I think legitimacy is all in perspective and your own personal taste.
And that's mine, but, you know.
But for me, it's not even a contest. Stones over the Beatles.
Well, anyways, here is why it's such a big deal, because, this is the first time he's ever done this as a solo artist. But the last time that he played this song was when he was in the Beatles back in 1965.
How
that
is
was
that possible?
51 years ago, yeah.
I don't even know how that's
requested that?
possible. Yeah, I mean, how pissed off would you be if the last 40 years you've gone to McCartney concerts and he just wouldn't play it? I mean, how is that possible?
I don't know.
He probably knows that he's going to die soon, so he's like, I might as well just knock this out one last time.
It's on his bucket list to play a song he helped write one more time.
So you became a knight before you freaking played your hit song again? Weird.
All right, so Shaquille O'Neal revealed how he used a motivational technique before Bryant's final game, and that he often used it when the two played together. Here's the audio.
So I said, hey, your last game, I think you should, I need you to get 50. And he was like, no, I can't do it. So when I walked into the arena yesterday, I was like, hey, remember our bet, you need 50. And he turned around with the look like he usually does and says, all right, I'll go for it. And at first, I was like, I might not get it, but then I got to 37 and 45 and then 57, and he hit that three, and the crowd goes
Wait a minute. Wait, 57?
He still wasn't sure after he got to 57 if he was going to get to 50.
No, I love how he said he went from 38 to 45. I didn't know there was a 7-point bucket in basketball.
No, he was like, as it was unrolling, and then he got to 45 and 57, then I was like, oh, he might really do this.
That's how magical that moment was.
Shazam.
Oh, what an awful move.
What else we got?
All right, so Gavin Rossdale and Gwen Stefani, you guys know they're broken up. Gwen Stefani is banging a country superstar right now, Blake Shelton. And you know what? The divorce is going on right now, and it actually could have been a lot worse. Gavin Rossdale is taking a lot less than half in this divorce with Gwen Stefani, and he's not asking for any support, no child support, nothing like that. Now, under California law, he could have gone after half because they had no prenup, and people are wondering if this is nanny guilt.
He must have a small pecker. He doesn't want that getting out. That's all I can think.
Here's the thing, man. It's not like Gavin Rossdale's hurting for money. And
He's doing fine.
He's
doing fine.
They're both multi-millionaires, They're both celebrities. I mean, I'm sure it's just, well, what's the point of going through all this?
But
Why waste all the money on the lawyer?
I was going to say, in all fairness, he ought to get a thumbs up. It's pretty nice of him. You don't
that's
put your
rad.
kids through it and everything like that. Let's just part ways. Like you said, everything will be fine.
Right.
Good for him.
We're not going hungry. Who
I'd buy
cares?
him a beer.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's such a cool guy. He played our holiday show a couple of years back, and we had a kid backstage. And he looked at the
ate
kid.
it?
He ate the kid. But before he ate the kid, he was
Not
just
again.
like, hey, kid, here, have a guitar. Learn how to play this. Be a rock star. Get some girls.
See what I'm saying?
It
Good
was
guy.
awesome.
Yeah, I've met Gavin a couple times too, and he's always been really genuine, cool guy. Yeah, so this actually doesn't surprise me. Again, the guy has millions of dollars.
Yeah.
He doesn't need Gwen Stefani's money.
You know, I read he doesn't like the Beatles either.
He's a Stones guy.
That's what I mean.
He pulled me aside and he goes, "Here, Jeetz, learn how to play the guitar, but only Rolling Stones songs. Don't be
Beatles
playing none of
suck.
that Beatles garbage."
Also, Bush is better than both of them.
What
he
else?
said.
What else we got, Ransom?
Game of Thrones, of course, is coming back in less than 10 days now, and Emilia Clarke from the Game of Thrones show said that she needed booze to do a nude photo shoot for Esquire last year. If you guys remember, she was naked in that magazine last year. She said, quote, "They just kept giving me vodka. That's me, photoshopped and drunk. That's what I look like, photoshopped and drunk." End
Atta girl.
quote.
That girl likes to party. I know what she's saying, though, because I have to do almost everything drunk. So even taking a naked picture is probably the only thing I could have to be also high to do.
I prefer to do most things drunk.
Right.
But yeah, so I understand that. I mean, I understand the process of doing that.
I think me and Ransom are the only ones excited for the premiere of Game of Thrones. You still have not
Could care
seen
less.
one episode, right?
Yeah, but once you watch it, you'll be hooked. It's one of those. It's
Everybody
so good.
says that about everything.
No,
Yeah.
you got to get through about 5 episodes.
No, not even, dude. First
No.
episode. Are you
For
kidding
me,
me?
for me, man, I got through the first 4 and I gave up on the show. I was like, I don't even know what's going on. Everyone has a weird name. They're hopping all over to like Middle Earth. I don't know what's going on.
Everyone's got their show. Like I've been trying to talk to you in the Narcos forever. You're not watching.
I'm
it.
not on Netflix.
Oh, all right. Well, sorry.
Why don't
You get on
why
Netflix
don't
and
you
I'll jump
pirate-
on Game of
Why don't
Thrones.
you pirate copy them for me and break
All right.
a law and give
That's
them
fine.
to me?
You know what's one thing that's
I'll
really
turn
cool
you into
about
the
Game of
feds.
Thrones as well is because there's so much nudity and just so much sex that the director of the show decided, why don't we just get a bunch of porn stars who actually want to break into acting? And he found some porn stars that actually know how to act.
See?
You know, so
Not to mention the gory death scenes. I mean, they'll make you turn your head.
I like it. I'm not a hater. I mean, I like all of this.
it's good.
It took me about 5 episodes, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I had
5
to go,
hours, and then you
I had
got
to
it.
be re-talked into watching it again, and I made myself. I had
How
to power
far
through.
behind am I? How many episodes?
Oh, just like 6 seasons.
yeah.
That's
You-
great.
you probably
I'll start
can't-
watching now. I'll be done by Halloween.
Yeah.
No,
All
the
right.
wife and I, we blasted through it in like 3 weeks. We just made marathons every single weekend. That's how good it is.
I don't want to
Last
watch
5
TV.
seconds.
What
Last
el-
5 seconds, first episode, I was hooked.
What else do we have?
Weekend TV reminders Friday on Netflix. It's the 2nd season premiere of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I hear this is a great show. Also on Netflix, the series premiere of Kong, King of Apes. It's the animated show where Kong fights an army of robotic dinosaurs from the year 2050.
Don't miss that.
Saturday on HBO, Confirmation. It's an HBO movie about the Supreme Court confirmation hearings for Clarence Thomas in 1991. And on NBC, Saturday, 11:30, Julia Louis-Dreyfus hosts Saturday Night Live with Nick Jonas performing.
Yeah, she needs to go away. I've about had it with her.
It sounds like Nick Jonas is the hottest chick on this week's episode of Saturday Night Live.
I think I would agree with that.
You guys wouldn't? Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Back in the day, I would have.
No, I would. I mean, I'm just, I'm kind of
Actually,
piling on. I would, but
Actually, I would just to
listen, I give her credit after the Seinfeld. She's tried everything, and she just keeps trying and trying. I just think maybe it's time.
And she's a billionaire.
Fine. I think it's just time.
Yeah.
Is that it, Ransom?
That's it.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. There's the Boob Tube. Marco and Jeetz, X1075.